Hey, this is MassX with a brand new One Punch Man, the strongest video. And today we are going to set some things straight here because this is getting bloody ridiculous. So I am going to basically spell this out as simply as possible for people. Why? Well, because we continue to have some of the most toxic individuals and activity per ratio in a game that I have not seen in a very long time of playing mobile games as well as doing videos. This is just outright utter idiocy. So instead of cutting and pasting and keep sending things through DMs or posting somewhere on chat, I am just gonna spell it out and I'm gonna have a link for everybody. So first off, when you sign up for any game, when we're talking mobile right now, there is always a user agreement, terms of service, whatever you want to call it. And they are boilerplate for most games. They are the same, okay? And I want to bring this to everybody's attention and why I have been stressing something for almost a year now. Due to A, the developers getting tired of the BS amongst some of the toxic players, and 2, because of the toxicity level in this game. Right out of the gate, if you just go to paragraph point 4, and you can read, it's very simple. Basically, Moonton, or you can plug in any publisher or developer in any game, will have a provision like this. They reserve the right to refuse, terminate, or suspend any user access to the services without notice for any reason, including but not limited to a violation of this agreement. Period. Right there, they can pretty much do whatever they want. We don't even have to go further. We could stop the video there. But I know some people are a little dense, a little thick in the head, and they need a little bit more to, get going and really understand the severity of things. So we're going to we'll make this easy. 1 + 1 = 2. So we'll just do simple math here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go now to section 5. We don't need to talk about the other sections. If you want to read them, I'm going to gladly put a link to this entire document, which occasionally can get updated, in my description. So people that can read can take on their own initiative and be responsible for themselves. Now, under the rules of conduct/usage, okay? It talks about in 5.1 how, they may provide communication channels, etc., forums, communities, etc. But of course, they take no obligation to monitor. They have to do this because of idiots. But they also state, though, that they have the right to terminate or suspend access to communication channels at any time without notice for any reason. Okay? Period. They don't need a reason. Okay? But they, of course, like most businesses, they will look for reasons before they do things. Because they don't just want to do that. They don't want to limit their player base in any way. No, nobody wants to do that. And just dropping down to 5.3, it is an affirmative that's saying when you sign up, okay, you are going to do lawful things, you will comply with the usage rules in furtherance of the foregoing. And they break it all apart down here. Post, upload, transmit, or otherwise disseminate information that is obscene, indecent, vulgar, pornographic, etc., otherwise objectionable, which, quite honestly, could be anything. B. Defame, libel, ridicule, mock, stalk, threaten, harass, intimidate, or abuse anyone hatefully, racially, technically or in a reasonable person's view otherwise offensive or objectionable. And God knows we've seen a lot of that in the game, and there's probably a ton of players that could be pulled just for that alone. As well as then we've got C that talks about uploading or transmitting files that contain viruses, Trojan horses. This of course goes to people trying to either hack the system or cause issues with people's accounts, etc. Pretty simple stuff. Again, no surprises here. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand any of this. Then we can go down to E, attempt to obtain passwords or other private information from other users. I think you see where I'm going with this, okay? Unless you pay zero attention to the chat mechanisms for this game, you have probably seen this possibly on a daily basis from the absolute idiots that are out there. So I just want people to understand, okay, it is not the Wild West. They can do what they want. The only people that can pull people off of the in-game system are the developers, nobody else. The only people that can pull off the official chats, the Facebook, etc., is of course, that is run by the publisher. But they work in tandem. The final call usually comes from the developer. So yeah, if you can honestly tell people and not lie that you've done none of these things, then more power to you. My guess is you can't, especially from the little bits and pieces occasionally we see when they show us information and reasons why they're doing things, i.e. the developers or the publisher. So let's be honest here. We live in a world that people lie point blank to our faces all the time. Online, it's 50,000 times worse because there's no accountability for those people because they're cowards. So yeah, just take it for what it is. It's part of life, and hopefully at some point things will get better as a whole for this world. And then there's one more thing I want to touch upon, and that is section 4. We're going to go back one now. And this is something that I've touted over and over again, and I'm going to say it again, okay? And again. And I'm putting it back in this video again because I want to make it clear, okay? Under 4.3, it states that we will assume by default that anyone who logs into your account is you. If you fail to keep your account secret, whether intentionally or unintentionally, you will take full responsibility for the consequences, including any unauthorized purchases, and agree to compensate us for any loss or damage that may be caused. We will not be responsible for any loss due to such consequences. Now, I could go on about other areas, but the point being, and I've said this before, is you're not supposed to be sharing your account. And I know everybody's done it. I used to do account reviews in this game, and I stopped almost a year ago. Why? Because I heard rumblings that it was getting out of hand and developers were taking a closer eye on it. I have stated this publicly in forums as well as in videos because I don't want honest, good people / players to be compromised. But again, there are, and we all know this, some incredibly toxic, vindictive people out there in real life as well as online life that clearly have to fill some hole by being mean, by doing disruptive things to other people. For whatever reason, they have some issue, and the only way they think they can solve that issue is by blaming everybody else or causing grief to those people for some small bit of self-satisfaction. We see it all the time, no shocker. This game just seems to have a higher ratio of late versus real life. But my point is, don't let somebody review your account. If you're a YouTuber, you are nothing more than anybody else. Okay, do not be impressed with that. Does not make them special. Period. Unless it is an incredibly close friend that you know personally, do not give out your information in this game, because there are some real big a-holes that will take advantage of that, either by disrupting your account, by getting your account banned, by doing things that could get it banned, by sending false information in. And guess what? There ain't diddly squat you're gonna be able to do in the end. It is incredibly difficult. So instead of being a victim, be proactive. That's what I'm trying to say by all this. Just be proactive, because there are and will always be in your life people that will manipulate, lie, and say things to you to take advantage of you. Don't fall for it. Don't freaking fall for it. Alright? If anything, and you take anything away from this video, apply this to real life, because that's where it counts. Alright? This is a game. This is online. This is meaningless. The fact that anybody would get upset or say lies and deceitful things to bolster anything about themselves in an online community is just, I don't even know what right word I could say for it. To me, it's just utterly depressing. And I feel for that person, because they must have some serious issues. But we see it all the time. It's not just in this game. It's all around us. So just be smart. Be safe. Keep your account information. Don't share it. If there's a means for you to change your information, do it. Please, be smart, okay? Have fun. That's what this is all about. Not the drama and idiocy that goes. We get enough of that in real life. We don't need it on something that you're supposed to be enjoying. So please, take this to heart. You are bound by this agreement. You are bound by these types of agreements in any game you play, be it mobile, be it console. It doesn't make a difference. Same thing with your forums. Discord has the same thing. Know that. Understand that. And be smart. Alright? Well, I've got some happier videos to be posting about One Punch Man the Strongest, but I felt it was necessary that you all just rethink and understand the user agreement for this game and know what your options are, which are limited, and it's like that with any game. So be careful, all right? With that, as always, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. Have a great day.